welcome back to Reed's channel. We are on day, I think it's 5 of his new coconut milk diet. We also added MCT oil into his formula. So what we're doing right now is every 2 hours we're either giving him formula with 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, or we're giving him coconut milk. And I think it's working out really well. The reason we went with MCT oil is because it has 130 calories per tablespoon. And so it really just gives him those extra calories. And I'm so happy to say that he started to get a little belly again. And his energy levels have just skyrocketed. And so we thought today that we would take him out to Petland. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. The closest Petland to us is like an hour and a half. But Will and I just love Petland. We always used to go when we were dating and just like, and even like a couple of years into our marriage, we would go to Petland on just a routine basis because it was so fun for us to play with the puppies and the birds and just all sorts of stuff. Anyway, we found that Reed loves parrots. Like, he is so obsessed with macaws, especially blue macaws. And, you know, we've known that for a while, probably for at least about 3 months, because his favorite show is Puppy Dog Pals. And, you know, if you have a toddler that's, I would say probably ages like 1 to even 4. I mean, Will and I love this show, and it's like a little kid's show. But there's one episode, and it's about like the main character goes to Florida and they're in search of this bird. And Reed just loves it. Like, he always cracks up at that episode because it shows the little birds dancing and he just can't get enough of it. And so I guess about a month ago, we decided to look up YouTube clips of blue macaws just to see, you know, what his reaction would be, because it's so hard to get him to laugh now. And that's just part of the disease. But we think that he still, you know, has a huge sense of humor. And I think that he still laughs on the inside a lot. But to get him to laugh outwardly is, I think it just takes so much energy that it just doesn't happen often. And so when we find something that does make him laugh, we're just like, you know, we just want to run it into the ground. So after we looked up the YouTube clips and it showed the birds and he just giggled and giggled, we decided, well, you know, it would definitely be worth the drive to go to a Petland and play with the birds. And then we started thinking, well, I mean, I've had birds before. I love birds. I used to have a Nande conure. Her name was Kylie, like way before Kylie. This was probably like 15 years ago. But she was the best bird. And so, you know, we were like, well, if he just loves these birds, then, you know, we love animals. Like, we'll definitely get a bird. If it makes him happy, like, he can have it. So I think we were just waiting for the right time. And we felt like with all of the extra calories he's getting and the extra energy he has, we were like, okay, this is it. Like, this is the time to go. So we got everything together, got his meds together, you know, got all the extras, and because we really don't take him out anymore. He just really doesn't seem to enjoy it that much. So like now it's a full-on event to take him anywhere. So we got all that together, drove all the way to Petland, and they had I don't think they're called rainbow macaws, but they look like a rainbow to me. They're like the red and blue and green and just this beautiful bird. And they had one of those. They had a ton of parakeets, a ton of cockatoos. I think they had like 2 conures, but the conures weren't really friendly, so we didn't really mess with the conures. But anyway, I think we had like kind of high hopes with all the energy he's had that he would just crack up. And either he just wasn't having a good day, or, you know, there is the possibility that we haven't heard him laugh in like I would say probably 3 weeks, and it took a lot of effort to get him to laugh. There is the possibility that that might be gone at this point, but we're still going to try everything we can to make it happen. So I took a clip at the pet store. Like, I was hoping to get this great clip of him laughing and just, you know, put it in our memory folder and make like some really good home movies out of it. And it's still kind of a funny home movie because this, or a home video, because this bird just like goes nuts and flies straight to Will. And I had to cut the clip off because it was total pandemonium. I was like, oh my gosh, this bird's trying to eat my child. So we cut it short, but I wouldn't really say that Reed had like the best time there. I think he was super cranky on the way there, and then he was kind of cranky on the way back, and we had to give him pain meds throughout. So I don't know if it was just like a bad day for him or if it was, you know, just the disease in general. But I'm really glad we went. And I think, you know, if I were going to say anything about other parents who were going through a chronic illness with their child, or you know, specifically Krabbe, just, I think if you have the time, you know, or are somehow able to make the time in your schedule to do things that, you know, maybe are super entertaining, like even if they don't show it on the outside, like specifically with Krabbe, even if they don't show it, there's still a really good chance that on the inside, Reed had a really good time today. And, you know, the fact that he didn't show it outwardly is not going to deter us from trying it again when we can. And even if we just got like one really good day where when the zoo opens back up, because it's cold right now, we're in Texas, but when it opens back up, we're taking him back, and he just has a ball looking at the animals. He definitely got that from me. Like, he loves animals. So, yeah, just whatever we can do to put a smile on his face, like, that's what we're going to do. And, you know, I just think just whatever it takes, or even, and this kind of sounds bad, but even if you just do things because, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, even if you don't know that your child necessarily just had like the best day ever doing it, still go and try to do those things. Even if they don't show it on the outside, like, you just don't know with Krabbe if they're not feeling all of those great emotions on the inside. And so that would be my takeaway from today. And I'll see if I can add that clip in, because to me it's just hilarious. But, you know, maybe it's just because it's my kid, I don't know. But that would definitely be my message for today's adventure. And just to update y'all on the coconut milk adventure, because I really think that it's worth it, and I really think that it's you know, despite kind of the pushback that we got about adding it in, Will and I just have seen such great results so far. So we're optimistic, and we're going to keep going for it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will try to update you guys again soon. Thanks.
You're about to get stepped on.
I see you.
He's super aggressive.
I see you. It's like, pet me, please, I'm a baby. He said, here, I'll give you my paw.
Ooh, he bites you though, doesn't he?
He bites a little bit, yeah. Well, you stay right there so I can get him.
Alright. Did you see him? You see the bird?
Oh, okay.